Mic check, mic check. Salon guy, what's up, man? How are you? Let me get a mic check real quick. Mic check. How's the sound? How's the audio? CJ's Hamster, what's up, man? Angel Ash Captures, how are you? How's everybody doing? Welcome in, welcome in. We're just getting booted up, guys. Just getting booted up. Appreciate you guys stopping in. CJ's Hamsters on YouTube. How you doing? Who do you like better, B&H versus Adorama? I've never personally shopped at Adorama. I haven't heard anything negative, but I have shopped at B&H. B&H is like any other store. You know, I don't have any issues with anything. The only negative experience that I have with B&H was when they released the latest, the last Fuji X106. I thought they handled that very poorly, but I think that was a problem that everybody was facing with that launch, with the launch of that camera. So I'm not going to hold it incredibly against them, but that was the only negative thing that I... All right, so TikTok is live. We're good. Sacred Word, what's up, man? I haven't heard you talk much about the Insta360 Luna. Did you get one? No, I didn't get one. I'm not in the market for that kind of camera. I have the DJI Pocket 3. The one thing I will say about the Insta360 Luna is it looks great. If I were in the market for one of those cameras, I would get the Insta360 Luna versus the DJI one. But I'm gonna wait. Insta360 is one of those brands that they're a little frustrating. They make great products in my opinion, but they iterate very often. They iterate a lot. So what I mean by that is that they're very quick on making an update or releasing a new product. So the Insta360 Luna, I guarantee you, there's gonna be a pro version that's gonna follow it up within 6 months. Or there's going to be an Insta360 Luna 2 or whatever within the same, maybe outside of the calendar year, you know, not exactly inside of 12 months, but just outside of it. So I'd rather wait for them to get feedback on their first version and then pick that one up. But if I was in the market in need of one, I would choose the Insta360 Luna over the DJI one. Sacred Word, what's up, man? How are you? Let's see. I'm saving up for an editing PC for editing 4K footage for my R50V, and my budget is 600 euros. What are your thoughts? The R50V footage is pretty easy to handle. You can edit that footage off of like a regular laptop. It's not incredibly heavy footage, but I would probably use all of your budget. What PC do you have right now? 50mm f1.8 on Canon R50V for video content for YouTube. Good deal. I probably wouldn't record a 50mm on an R50V. It'd be a little too tight unless you have a lot of space. I would probably do like a 24mm, or if you're on a budget, I would do the 28 or the 16mm. And actually, Insta360 is sending me a action cam, the Ace Pro 2. It's in the mail right now. I just got the notification that they wanted to start using some stuff. And this is how a relationship, you know, with brands start. You just start getting small stuff one at a time, you know. Do you have any tips for high-speed night photography? High-speed night photography? What does that mean? High-speed night photography. I have an Osmo Nano. I just got to use it more. Yeah, that happens with action cameras, dude. What are your thoughts on the Ricoh GR? What is that? The GR. I don't even know what number that is. That's not a regular Ricoh GR. What would that be? 7? Getting it as a pocket camera. I like the Ricohs. Ricohs are cool. They have tiny little batteries, but they're nice. How much is it? If it's a reasonable price, I would pick one up for sure. Do you need the best camera or a good camera with a great lens? Do I need the best camera or a good camera with a great lens? If you could do both would be great. I got scammed on Facebook. Yeah, man, that'll happen, Jude. That's why I never tell people that ask me for recommendations when they say like, hey, what do you think of Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or eBay and stuff like that? I'm like, use it at your own risk, man. You know, use it at your own risk. I'm sorry that happened to you, Jude. I use a VivoBook 15 laptop with 8 gigs. Yeah, I mean, how does your current computer handle the R50V footage? Those Sigmas pair nice with the R50V. Yeah, I'm using one of the Sigmas right now. I'm using the 16mm up here. This one right here. This is the 16mm, and that's a really nice lens. This is a 24mm over here. Fast moving objects or vehicle, and I need at least 1/500 so I can get low noise shots. Okay. My advice is to get a lens that is pretty fast, you know, 1.8, at least f2.8, something like that. Try that. Can I shoot in for an hour? Can I shoot in for an hour with a Sony a7 III? What does that mean? Canon R6 Mark II or III, is there a huge difference? If you can afford the Canon R6 Mark III, I would go with the R3 for sure. And there's a pretty big difference, but I would say, just generally speaking, if you can afford the nicer camera, buy the nicer one. I have a 10-18 and a 17-50 Sigmas. 17-40. The 17-40 is excellent, dude. Julia. Hello. I'm trying to get the R50V and a lens from mpb.com. Is it a good place to buy from? I like MPB. Yeah, MPB is pretty good. 4K. What about Canon R? Which lens would you recommend for the R50V for YouTube content creation? Probably the 16mm that I mentioned already, or the 28. It depends on how much money you have. If you have a little bit higher budget, I would do, by the way, guys, I have everything linked in my link in bio if you're on TikTok, for all the lenses and all the camera gear that I recommend. Literally, I have everything like drawn out for you so that you guys can see, like, this is all the lenses that I recommend. But I really like the 16mm Sigma. This is perfect for content creation, in my opinion. This is really nice. Also, the 23mm is really nice. These are all fantastic lenses. But again, if you're on a budget, I'd probably do the 16 or the 28mm. These are pretty decent for the R50V. If you want even like lower aperture than the f2.8s, you can do the 24. This one's really nice as well. But again, everything is linked down below. If you're on TikTok, it's linked in my bio. If you're on YouTube, hello YouTube. It is pinned in the message. By the way, I am streaming over to TikTok and YouTube at the same time, guys. So if you want a better view, you can watch me over there or watch this. What's up, Ben? How are you? Like today, the only visible shot I was able to get was like 50. Well, yeah, you're in the dark, bro. It's like nighttime. What lens are you using? R7 plus RF 100-400 or Sigma for plane spotting? The RF 100-400 is fucking dog shit, dude. The R7 or the 67, it doesn't really matter. That lens, the Sigma I'm not too familiar with, is pretty awful. It felt too bright. When I messed up with the brightness, it looked not bright enough. What are we talking about, Julia? Oh, let me see. I see your message. Just edited a back to school pics I took with flash, and they came out looking kind of vintage. Not bad. Okay, cool. It felt too bright, and when I messed with the brightness, it looked not bright enough. Which flash are you using again? Is it the one that I sent you? I sent you a flash, right? Thanks, brother. Rose Studios, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Bro, I saw those live street cams on Kensington. Damn, bro, be careful out there. Kensington is all right, man. Kensington's not a neighborhood that you just go to, you know what I mean? I bought the Z8, learning photography here. Nice, nice. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, but aircraft have lights and low-key expected way better for my 67. Nah, dude, it's science, man. It's physics. Like, cameras and sensors need lights for them to be able to take an image and record an image. So you literally need lights. Antonio, what's up, Antonio? How are you? Is it good to go from Mac Mini M4 to MacBook Neo for editing pictures? I need something portable. You can edit photos off of the MacBook Neo. I don't know its limitations, but I know you could do it. But I probably, like, if you need to edit something quick here or there and it doesn't have to require like a heavy lift, I think it'd be fine. So do you remember the settings that were on there, Julia? Because the way that it works is you have like a 1/1. Let's see. The way that it works on a flash is you'll see on the dial, normally it'll say like 1. Hold on, let me make this sticker. It'll say like 1, and then you'll get like 1/8, I think, and then 1/16, and then 1/32, and then 1/64, and then 1/128, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Do I have that flash still? This one says it kind of, but anyways, 1/1, like this one right here, this one is going to be like crazy strong, like full power, like 100% power. 1/8 is still pretty strong. It depends on how far away you are from your subject. So what I like to do is I like to start at the highest that it can go, 1/28, and then dial it back from there. Usually I end up in like 1/64 to like 1/32. And anything higher than this, anything higher in this direction will give you like that paparazzi look, like that very photo stylized kind of magazine cover. Yeah. But it's a pretty decent flash. I would just test it. See, here's the thing is like like it happens to me all the time when we get new gear that we don't use it before going live. We like don't practice with it. We just like go in head first. So what I always try to recommend people do is like after you've had experience of going in and like not practicing with it, okay, I need to spend some time practicing, you know what I mean? Over on YouTube, Preston, what's up, Preston? I have a T7, I'm just starting out, I don't have enough for a new body. Should I worry about the lens for now? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely focus on the lenses. It glitches out and crashes when I add effects and use key. Yeah, that makes sense, dude. Yeah, you should definitely upgrade your computer. Canon R and a 50mm lens. 50mm lens is legit. Canon R is also legit. It's a little bit older, but it's pretty good. I'm good. How about you? I'm good, Antonio. Thanks for asking, man. What's good with you? I've been watching you post and stuff, Antonio, so keep it up, man. Which CF Type B would you recommend? I have everything listed. And Flash is hard, Julia. Flash isn't easy. Flash takes some skill, so don't beat yourself up. Sometimes I personally I only use flash when I'm at like an event and I can't carry a constant light with me. So that's exactly that's exactly what I do. CF Express cards, I use Lexar cards. That's what I use. I have them here. This is the brands that I like. And also I do use Angel Bird. So I use Lexar and Angel Bird. I don't think I have any Lexar cards in front of me right now. But the brands that I choose for SD cards are Lexar, V60 SDs at a minimum. And if I have enough money, I'll get the V90s, but I rarely need the V90s. I'd rather just get a CF Express Type B card for like faster speeds if I need that. Let's see. I got an OBSBot Meet SE. How is it? I got the OBSBot Meet SE. I don't know. I don't know what the OBSBot SE is. Do I have one of those? I don't think so. I have a T7. I answered that already. Did you see my comment? Yep, I saw it. By the way, where are you guys watching from? I see some people on TikTok and then some people over on YouTube. Okay, we got a couple people here. Okay, okay. Start a poll. Subscribe yet. Sub. Why should I sub? I was doing the YouTube vertical and horizontal on one stream, and it just wasn't giving me the results that I was looking for as it was before. I think it still needs more time to cook, unfortunately. Andrew, what's up, Andrew? How are you? Los Angeles, hello. HK Hunter, how's it going, man? Just wondering how long does it take you to plan, film, and edit a video, because I'm trying to improve my workflow and get more views. CJ's Hamsters, the best way to do that, broski, is just repetition, man. But if I'm planning a video, I can do a single video within like a 4-hour like session, from beginning, from like idea to posting on YouTube. About 4 hours. I just got a great deal on CF Express Type A. Nice, nice. Is CF Express Type A cars usually cheaper? I'm at a Sony event. Nice, nice. I was at a Sony event. Cool, cool. And I posted a quick reel. Nice. Is it on TikTok or is it on Instagram? Let's watch it. Did you see anything cool? Where's Instagram? Let's see. Our buddy. On what profile? You have different profiles. Which profile should I be looking at? Or did you send it to me? Yeah, anytime you guys post the reel, share that shit with me, man. I love to see what you guys are up to. Search. This is Andrew. Got it. Okay, this is Andrew. There it is. All right, let's watch our friend's reel here. Is it this guy? Or is it this guy? Probably this guy, right? This looks cool. You got some cool swag. Nice, dude. You should. I hope you caught more footage than this. That was too fast, bro. Oh, PG Peak Design was there. Nice, nice. Swag's always the best, man. Control the Cash. What's up, man? How are you? Wow, it takes me a week and max views I get like 100. Yeah, no, CJ's Hamsters, what kind of content do you make, dude? Is this your YouTube channel, CJ's Hamsters? I can take a look at it for you. Using at EG280 now, looking for an upgrade. I love Sammy's. Over here we have, we don't have a Sammy's photo. We have B&H and we have a unique photo. Sammy's, I think, is over there by your guys. We might have a Sammy's on the East Coast, but I don't think I've ever run into one. I want to film BTS of photography. I have a Pocket 3 to do that. How should I film? Vision G. You should just film it, bro. Which camera monitors are you using when building a ring? I like, who is that? Control the Cache. I have everything linked in my, my link in bio, bro. All of the monitors, all of the rigs that I use. Most of the rigs that I use a Viltrox monitor. I did recently get sent a Feel World monitor, so I'm going to be testing that out. And I also use an Atomos monitor, but the monitors that I recommend are all linked right here. There's a Viltrox DC550 Pro that I recommend. Super budget friendly, does practically everything that I needed to do. If I need something a little bit more advanced than that, I still have my what is it called? My Atomos Ninja monitor, which is really nice as well. I don't know where I have it linked, but this link you can find linked in my bio under the Amazon link, and you can also find it if you're on YouTube. It's a pinned comment. Camera rigs, here it is. So I have the Viltrox monitor and then the Atomos monitor is the two monitors that I like. This one got great reviews too, the Shimbo, but I did just recently get sent over a Viltrox monitor. Yeah, just something quick. I cut it while sitting down and watching the panel. Nice, nice, nice. You're in New York? No, I'm in Philadelphia. HK Hunter, you're in LA, you said, right? How's the weather out there today? Weather was nice over here today, finally. I mean, is there any way to rig it? I don't want to hold two cameras at once. Yeah. You can add a little attachment that you can put on the top. You can rig it all kinds of ways, man. Boiling today? Your guys' boiling is different than ours, though. Is LA where it's really nice, the weather's really nice, or is that San Diego or San Francisco? Probably that whole area, right? I have a different channel I'm talking about called Through the Viewfinder. Oh, send me a link. I'll take a look at it, man. You definitely love the R50V. R50V, in my opinion, is my most recommended camera, and it's the best camera to recommend to like brand new people. I have two of them, so yeah, I absolutely love the R50V. It is. I think it's unbeatable for $600. You can't beat it, dude. I grabbed the Sigma 12mm. Nice, dude. Yeah, the 12mm. I have that as well. Where do I have it? Where do I use it? I think I use it in my other rig. It's really nice, dude. Love the 12mm. The f1.4 on that bad boy. Woo! Very nice. How do you use it? Control the Cache. 110. Holy fuck, dude. No, dude. We were at like 70, 74 degrees and like breezy today. It was really nice. Today was beautiful. How do I do that? What made you choose the R50V instead of the R50? Well, I have the R50 as well. This camera right here, this is an R50. This is a Canon R8. But yeah, I have a lot of Canon cameras. A6000 has way more range. It absolutely does not. Oh, I'm sorry. Between the Luna? It depends, dude. Parents about to choose between Sony. What are you doing, Duden? Excuse me, HK Hunter. I didn't know what we were talking about. How do I do that? How do you do what? Send me your YouTube channel. Just copy and paste your YouTube channel in the chat. Is the R7 okay to buy? Yeah. I'd probably wait on the R7 though. Yeah, I'd probably wait on it just because I have a feeling that there's going to be an R7 Mark II and an R8 Mark II being announced soon. So I'm waiting on those cameras. Announcements coming in September. Yeah, so I'm waiting on the R7 Mark II. For anybody that's in the market for a new R7, an R10, or an R8, just wait, is my recommendation. It's the worst, dude, when you buy something that you're really hyped about, and because you're not paying attention, a new one comes out. So the last time that anything was reported on this was July 20th, June, July, August. So mid-July, R7 Mark II was being like talked about. So I would wait. I would wait, not because you should buy the R7 Mark II, but because when the new one comes out, the old one drops in price. So Sigma is so, oh yeah, Sigma's great on Canon, dude. Sigma's great in general. Then I guess Luna Ultra. Yeah, it depends on your usage, man. It depends on your skill level and what you want to use the camera for. You know what I mean? And like your familiarity with video and creating content. Your video is artifacting. Do you see it? No, I don't see it. I'm getting strong signals on everything over here. 0 dropped frames, excellent signal, excellent signal. And yeah, I am multi-streaming. Who's on YouTube vertical? Anybody over here on YouTube vertical? YouTube horizontal? Oh, there's 4 people. Hello, YouTube. No artifacting for me. Sometimes it'll happen. Sometimes it'll glitch. I do need to change this though. That light might be distracting to some of you guys. Control the cache. I bought it to use for live streaming and maybe vlogging with the R50V. Oh, perfect, bro. Yeah, I like for vlogging. Did you see the 10 to 18 f2.8? That one is really nice for vlogging. 12 is great. The 12 is great, but yeah, you're gonna love it, dude. Live streaming on a 12, that would work. Yeah, that would work. It'd be a little wide, but that shit'll work. You could get it like real close to you. Yeah, that's a great buy, dude. Maki on TikTok. I just copped my entry-level camera as a Sony a7 III. Opinions on the camera? A7 III is an entry-level camera. Pretty affordable. Now, how much can you find one? How much can you find one for? Oh, I should say. Sony a7 IV. A7 III, excuse me. I did look at the 10 to 18, but I wanted the... yeah, that makes sense. I'm fortunate that I own both of them. I use my 10 to 18 for like walking around and vlogging so that I can get that, like, I can zoom in and punch out and stuff. But the 12, I have it fixed to my other scene. Damn, the a7 III is still expensive. I would not be recommending the a7 III to anybody, not at this price. Rob Riffs, what camera and lenses are you using for this? For horizontal up here, I'm using an R50 with a 16 millimeter, and for vertical, I'm using a Canon RF with a 24 millimeter. The only downside for me is there is no flip screen. That one didn't come with a flip screen, really? When did they start? I guess it just pops up. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but to me, $1,200 for this camera. How much did you buy it for, Mahi? It just seems expensive. $770. $900 is all right. Yeah, $900 is not bad. Thank you. I use the R8 with the 28. Yeah, 28. This is a 24 millimeter, and I have it set to f1.8, I think. But you can get a pretty similar look with the R8 is great. The R8 is really nice. What you're seeing on TikTok, this is a R8 with a 24 at f1.8. Rob Riffs, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Harbor Media, how long have you been on this journey? On planet Earth? I'm 36, 37 now, so 36 years, I guess. Thank you for the heart me, Rob's Riffs. Appreciate you. I was looking at the EF 16-35, nice to pair with my Canon R6. Are you familiar? Yeah, that's a great lens, dude. Any L series lens is tremendous, bro. Tremendous. It's selling for $340 on eBay. I would be careful with eBay, man. I'd be careful with eBay. You got to make sure you read all the fine print, make sure that they have a return policy. Pusha, how you doing, bro? I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? Brother. How long have you been into photography? Since COVID. So 2020, 2019. Yeah, I do photo, video, and content creation. That's good. I'm good. Good. Everybody's good. How's everybody else? Happy Friday, by the way. Happy Friday. We fucking made it, dude. We fucking made it. After this, after I do 2 hours on here, I'm gonna go make myself some dinner and then be back to do some gaming as well. Have you regretted taking this path? Fuck no, bro. Content creation, being creative is fantastic. Yeah, it's been great, dude. YouTube, what is going on over in the YouTube world? Motorboat Jones. What's up, Motorboat Jones? I'm looking to finally switch from shooting videos on my phone to a real camera. I'm debating between getting the R50V now or waiting and saving for the R6V, which is the better move. If you're brand new, bro, the R50V is 600 bucks, dude. Probably the best 600 bucks you're ever going to spend just to get you going. The R6V is tremendous. I have one myself. Where is it? I have both the R6V and the R50V. Actually, I have two R50Vs. The R6V, I got it right here. This is probably one of the best. Oops. This is probably the best camera that exists right now. The Canon R6V. Probably the last camera that you'll ever buy in terms of like dedicated video camera. It'll be at least the last camera that I buy for like 10 years for this purpose. Exceptional. But it's a little advanced. I don't know where my R50V is right now. But $600, you can't go wrong, dude. You really can't go wrong. I want to ask you what you think about the M50 Mark II with the 24-70 lens. The M50 is legit, dude. M50 is pretty legit. It's a little bit older now. You'll have to get the EF-M to EF adapter, but yeah, 24-70. I'm assuming that's an EF lens. Have you ever purchased anything from MPB? Yeah, of course. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. 11 people over on TikTok. The 11 souls that are here, thank you so much for joining. My name's Vic. We're just answering camera questions. Let me know if you have anything that you'd like to get answered. We'll try to answer your question for you. If you guys are just hanging out, make sure to double tap your screen to get this live out to more people. The likes really help out, guys. DJ Junior J, what's up, man? How are you? Is the R50 1.8 good for wedding photography? Yeah, for sure. The Nifty 50 is good for everything, dude. What camera do you have it on? N3K? What camera are you using to stream? This is a Canon R8 right now that I'm using. Yes, I got one. And what do you think about the 35? What do you mean? Pusha, you have the M50 Mark II? Is it true to quality they state as in their ratings for each product? Yeah. Yeah, and they also have a return policy and a guarantee, so that's why I like choosing sites like that. MPB, B&H, Used, and KEH, they have like a return policy. How can I use my Lumix S9 for live on TikTok? Does the Lumix have HDMI out? It must, right? So you just need HDMI out to a capture card to your PC. And which lens? This is the 24mm. I have a list of all of the gear that I use in TikTok. It's linked in my bio if you guys want to check out all of the gear that I'm using. I have everything. Whoops. I have everything linked here for you guys. Everything's categorized too. So you guys can see live streaming setup, everything that I use here, all the cameras, the lenses, the cables, all the accessories, everything I have listed right here. This is linked in my bio on TikTok, and then on YouTube I have it as a pinned comment. Yo, what's a good body upgrade from the Nikon D60? Literally anything, Starwave. Literally anything. Anything that's newer. I have the R50 Canon and want to buy 50mm for wedding. Yeah, so the 50mm on a crop sensor camera is going to be like 50 times 1.6. So what is that, like 80 something? So it's going to be a little punched in. If you're used to that and you know what that looks like and you're okay with it, the Nifty 50, it's such a cheap lens that I think everybody should own a Nifty 50 for whatever brand that they're or whatever brand they have. If someone wants to get camera, can you help? That's literally what I'm doing right now. James Don TV with the 35 Sigma. Is it the EFM Sigma? I gave those lenses were nice. I like those Sigma lenses. I don't think you can see my links. I think I can. I don't think you're sending them. Just type in your @. Julia, thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate you. Do you recommend anything for sports photos that's not super expensive? What's not super expensive, man? Are you looking for a camera? Are you looking for a lens? And what's your budget? Pusha, thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Tom Burden on YouTube. What's up, man? How are you? Thanks for joining. What are your thoughts of people putting MagSafe cold shoe phone mounts in a hot shoe? I don't like putting anything on my hot shoe. I put MagSafe stuff on all my camera gear though, and all of my my phones have MagSafe. But I don't use, regardless of what it is, what accessory it is, I never use the hot shoe on my camera for anything other than a dedicated flash. Through the viewfinder, that's your @. All right, let's check that out. Let's check it out. This is it, through the viewfinder videos. I tried landscape photography. This happened. So what are you trying to do here? Can I make this camera setup for under $2,500? One tutorial, master photography in 15 minutes. 2 months ago. You need to be posting more. You only got 6 videos, dude. You got to make more videos. Canon's $1 million mistake. This is my favorite camera bag. Yeah, you got to make more videos, man. Your channel is brand new, dude. I post a lot of shorts. Yeah, you gotta be posting long form videos for sure. Your thumbnails, I would probably, have you seen my YouTube channel? See, have you guys ever read the book, the Art of Stealing? Is that what it's called? Steal Like an Artist. Steal Like an Artist. I forget who the author is, but like that, everybody that is a content creator really needs to be reading that book. So these are all my thumbnails. My thumbnails very prominently feature a product. And the ones that do the best are always the ones that have like things shown up like very, very prominent on the screen. But my views, you know, there's a couple that have several thousands. There's a couple that have a couple hundred. There's a few that have over 10,000. So, but my thumbnails, I'm still learning myself. It's more about packaging really and getting the click. But I would keep pumping away, dude. When you only have 6 videos, dude, you literally have nothing. You know, you have 81 videos here. I have on my channel 951 videos. You know what I mean? Like there's a long way to go, bro. Putting it in the hot shoe. Yeah, I don't put anything in a hot shoe other than a flash. So I'm good with what I got, the M50 Mark II with the Sigma. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. You're doing a wedding, right? Have you ever used EF lens on RF full frame Canon? Yeah, I have. Works great. Because I feel like I need a better lens. The Sigma 35 is nice, dude. G7X Mark III or the D60 with the 1855 VR? G7X Mark III. If you're looking for a point and shoot, I'd probably go with the G7X Mark III. Do you talk about the M50 Mark II on there? I have a video on the M50 on here. I have a couple. The M50 was one of my first cameras ever. Actually, it was my first interchangeable lens camera. Yeah. Thanks, CJ's Hamsters. But yeah, dude, you gotta make more videos. Shit, that shit's loud, dude. So I would change that. That shit's loud as fuck. The camera work is crazy shaky. You need a tripod. Whoever's holding this camera isn't doing you any justice. Whatever this whole epic intro thing is, like, it's kind of weird. The music is crazy loud. The camera work is unwatchable. Like all of that was like, I can't even, like, I'm dizzy. VC Media, what's up, man? What are your thoughts on all the GTA 6? I'm not watching them, Andrew. I don't really like leaks. Are you going to be my podcast while I drive home? Yeah, man. I'm here. I'm here, broski. CJ's Hamsters. So don't apologize, bro. That was just the first 10 seconds of the video. So people, as soon as they click onto that video, dude, they're immediately leaving, bro. They're immediately leaving. And you could probably see that in your analytics. Anim Chase. I have the EOS R. Nice. Okay, make sure to subscribe over on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. For those of you guys that are on TikTok and you haven't subscribed, or Instagram for that matter, make sure to follow on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. VC Media, what up? Check out my work, broski. Would love. Right now, I guess we're doing just some YouTube stuff. Do you have a YouTube channel? Yeah, I'm not really rating any photos, but we are doing some. G Baby, what up, G Baby? If anybody has a YouTube channel, we want to look at, we can do that. What are your thoughts on the GT? Yeah, I'm not paying attention to anything from the leaks. I'm not a big fan of leaks and like leaked videos and leaked content and bootleg stuff. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't participate in it. I have seen some stuff, but as soon as I see it, I swipe away. So I haven't been, but in terms of like, if you're asking like, what do I think of it? Like, I have seen some review videos and people like notable creators talk about it, and it sounds pretty, the video looks pretty good. I did see somebody say that most of this leak stuff is from a 2023 version of the game, which like, again, I personally love GTA and I'm really pumped for the release of GTA 6. So I don't want my impression and my thought, like I want to experience it live. And like, I love watching things that release and premiere. And like, I know all of the creators that made it and all the people that participated in making it an event, and all of that's hard work that's going behind the scenes on it is like, I want to be able to enjoy that with them. You know what I mean? Did you like the Spider-Man credits video? It's on his page. Did you like the Spider-Man credits video? I don't think I did. G baby, what's up? Yo, I have a Canon 600D and I want to buy an R10, or you recommend something else? No, I like the R10. I like the R10 is pretty good. I'm selling my R10 right now. If you're in the United States, let me know. Any news on the R7 or R8 Mark II? September is what they're saying for the R8 Mark II. So maybe around the corner. Nothing on the R7, G baby. Thank you, man. You seem to be the only competent friend I have online. Don't say that, bro. Your friends might hear you. The Spider-Man credits video is on this page. On the TikTok page? Let's see. On the TikTok page. Go to channel. I wish I could just hit some. There we go. Which one was the Spider-Man credits? I don't see anything about Spider-Man. It just looks like a rooftop. All right, rooftop. Let's see. Oh, cool. Let's watch it. Let's see, display. What is this? Don't forget me doing YouTube stuff. Is this when you're in New York? I don't know what this is. Trying to be cool. Hey, this is Andrew. Forgot the tripod. I don't have any context. Late to the trend. Mamba life. Is this some sort of trend that was going on, I assume? Yeah, I don't have any context, so I don't really have much of a... Why are entry-level mirrorless cameras 1,000 with a kit lens? I was looking into the R50 and the 6400. Entry-level cameras, I never buy with the kit lens. The R50 should be about $600 without a kit lens. And then I would buy like a $200 prime lens, and that should be under $1,000. But cameras are expensive, dude. Proper cameras are expensive. I follow you on Instagram too. Thank you, Pusha. Appreciate it. Haven't you seen the Spider-Man Brand New Day? I have not seen the new Spider-Man movie, no. Yeah, after Spider-Man Brand New Day came out, everybody was doing the credits. Got it. I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet. Is it so good? I imagine that the new Spider-Man was really good. I think it did really well. Do you know where I can buy used lenses? MPB. Yeah, MPB is a good place to go, especially if you're in the United States. Prime over the 18 to 45 and the 55 to 210. Yeah, those lenses suck, bro. Jade 149 over on YouTube. Those lenses are awful, dude. If you have a, are you on YouTube? Yeah, you're on YouTube. I have a pinned comment, bro. These are the lenses that I recommend for the R50V. I'm using the R50V right now, by the way. On this, this is the R50, excuse me. But I have all the lenses that I recommend right here. If you're looking for something cheap and inexpensive, the 16 millimeter, this is tremendous. The 28 is fantastic. But these are all lenses that I've owned, and I still own most of them. These are the lenses all that I recommend here. If you're on a budget, I would definitely do the 16, the 28. If you have a little bit more wiggle room, I would buy the 16 or the 23. But you're gonna be close to $1,000 regardless. But I wouldn't waste my money. Here's the thing. If you are buying the R50 and you want the lenses that come in the kit, what I would do, here's the hack. Buy the R50 body only, and then see if you can find used versions or used lenses of those exact lenses, because they're going to be like 50% off. That's exactly what I would do. People couldn't find anything to be mad about. Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't go to the movie theaters much anymore, like at all. I haven't been to a movie theater in like at least 10 years, 7 to 10 years, definitely. Is it true Sony has to keep making those movies or they'll lose the rights to Spider-Man? I don't know. I don't know. That sounds like a real thing though. Yeah, and I think, and thank you, bro. You got it. You got it, Shade. Yeah, that's exactly what I would do, Shade. I own the R50. I own the R50. I own a bunch of cameras. But yeah, if you're on YouTube, make sure to click my link that's pinned in the comment, and that way you can see all the stuff that I recommend. I got, did I tell you guys? Probably not, because I haven't been live since. So, my boss that I work for, he's one of the named partners. I think all of them do have this, but I needed to get him in front of a camera this past weekend, and he's been kind of dodging me for the past year, practically. But I sent him over some videos for him to approve, and he says, call me now. And I'm like, all right, because he never wants me to, well, he never asked me to do anything for him, you know? He's one of those guys. So when he tells me to do something, it must be important, you know? There must be some importance behind it. So I call him, we talk about the videos that he wanted me approved, that I wanted him to approve, and he said, you know, change this. Okay, fine. No problem. And then he says, by the way, are you able to help with another social media account? And I said, I'm listening. So he has a charity, a foundation that he runs, that he is the owner of, or I don't know how charities work, but he's the founder of a charity, of a nonprofit. And they're hosting like a event where they give away food. Last year, they gave away like 300,000 plates to needy people. And they do this whole event where volunteers come in and package food for the needy in his community. And he said that if I could help out with that social media account, and I said, fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely. So he already pays me, you know, a salary. But if this turns into anything, or his daughters are the board members, and one of his daughters also works at the firm. But anyways, if it all goes well and I already have a relationship with him, he mentioned that their previous social media person quit on them or went to pursue something else. And I'm hoping that if I do a decent job on this, he already knows me. But if I do a decent job with him, I might be able to pitch him a longer term thing. So that could be another opportunity to be like on a retainer, you know, and something like that. I would probably charge him $1,000, $2,000 a month. And that would just be another way to make more money, man. Best Buy has a 60th anniversary sale tomorrow. They're selling $100 gift cards for $60, but you have to be in store. I'm not waiting to get that. Best Buy's doing a lot of stuff. I saw Best Buy doing some other things too. Best Buy was on, what was it? What's that game? Fortnite. I think for me, a second camera I'm gonna get is a Canon EOS RP. What do you think? I would probably get the R or the R8. I don't think the RP would be, unless you can get it for like $500. I wouldn't be wasting my time on the RP. Steve O, I got a T7 kit lens for $225 marketplace to start photography journey. 225 is like, I don't even think about 220. Yeah, 225 is legit, dude. That's like nothing, in my opinion. Travel and portraits will be my main use. Okay, cool. That's great. Thank you, Julia. The camera is brand new, barely used. Yeah, 225, dude. Anything below $500, I don't even think about it, you know? How much would you charge for real estate agent retainer? I don't think real estate agents hire by retainer. I guess it depends on how busy they are and how many projects they give you and how many houses they do. So I would be charging by the house. And I would be charging about, for me, I would charge around $250 to $500 per house. Has anybody in here done real estate photography? What are your guys' rates? What about the Canon 60D? I wouldn't be going, you're going backwards, Pusha. I would be going newer. Narpy, what's up, Narpy? Hey man, what's a usual photo video package for a small business? What kind of business is it? And what kind of skills do you have? Have you ever done like product photography? Really, a package that is really depending on what the client needs. So like I've seen a lot of people comment, or they're under the impression like, I need to have this package. I need to have this thing, and then I need to price it, and then I need to sell it to people. But really the better approach when you're dealing with entrepreneurs and you're dealing with small businesses is that you need to ask them what they need. And then you ask them when you're there making inquiries for you, like, you know, hey, what can you do? Can you do this? Can you do that? And as they're telling you this, you're writing this down. And then by the time that you like end the conversation, you know, you have literally a list of like A through Z of everything that they need. And then you can price out their needs instead of like, I do 10 pictures, I do this, I do that. Ask them what they need and then package it and price it after the fact. I do photo and video. Yeah, so ask them. Talk to the gym and say, hey, do you have any social media needs? Do you need any content for your website? Do you need images for your website? Do you need video reels? Do you need any videos that will serve as ads to your business? But ask them what they're thinking. And that's a much better route to go than you having the perfect package for that person. So it's better to work the other way instead of like you having the perfect thing for them. because they'll tell you, they know exactly what they need. You know what I mean? They'll tell you exactly what they need. And then you can cleverly say, oh, it's just a matter of coincidence. I have that exact package for you. Here it is. You know what I mean? So you find out what it is that they need and then sell them that. Julia, do you have those photos of the back to school days, or did you not edit them yet? I asked because I want to see them. You have to edit them still? Yeah, I want to check them out. If you can send them to me, I'd like to see them at some point. Did you use the tripod and everything? KNF Concept sent me another tripod, by the way. So a tripod and some more filters and stuff. Also, Zhiyun is sending me 3 of their lights. They've been reaching out to me via my YouTube channel. And Zhiyun, if you guys don't know, Zhiyun is the brand that I recommend for lights. Also, yeah, it's been good, man. It's been a good August. And then someone went crazy on my Amazon affiliate links the other day and spent like thousands of dollars in one sitting, which was crazy. Yeah, Zhiyun, this brand right here, Zhiyun, they've been I've been in communication with them, and they've asked me for some YouTube videos, which is phenomenal. All gifted products still, which is kind of a bummer, but I kind of take it as like, hey, this is how it grows. You know, this is we keep doing gifted stuff, and then eventually I'll move into like paid segments. But also I've been growing my Instagram channel, because I'm thinking and I'm seeing that there's a lot of brands that are still looking for Instagram content. So what I'm going to be doing is pricing in like YouTube video. I'm also going to be pricing in Instagram content, short form content, and TikTok is going to be at the bottom, but I can also throw that in. But where the real money is selling video that will be used as ads. Yeah, and Zhiyun is the lights that I use everywhere. So I use Zhiyun lights everywhere here. So sick. More brands are they are I sent you the link to Insta. Okay, let me check it out. Instagram. There it is. These are the back to school pictures. These are awesome. Wow, the boys got big. Wow, she's running around in the sun, isn't she? Carhartt. Yeah, he got big. Look at those ears though. It looks like there's a lot of noise in the photo. Is that what you mean by the old school feel, the noise? The grain? You love the grain though. These look great. What are you talking about? No, these look awesome. The boys got big. Wow. They're gonna be bigger than all of us. Oh, good for them. Look at the colors on this. Whose dog is that? Yeah, I like the grain when I can add it. Yeah. That is too funny. I can see that you did have to edit a lot. What were your flash settings? Like, what were the little numbers that you had there? Was it like 1/1 or 1/64? I would do 1/32. And I'm assuming you're using the 16mm lens as well. I would say one tip for you, Julia, for photos like this is, so we have a habit of taking photos. We have a habit of taking photos of where we're standing. And if somebody's shorter than us, we point down and look down at them. And if somebody's taller than us, we point up. But in photography, like for example, in this photo here, I would find who the tallest person is, which would be Daniel over here, and I would get on his level. And that doesn't mean you pointing down. That means you bending your knees and getting down, or getting your eye away from the viewfinder and like lowering your level a little bit. So for these photos over here, like, you know, this one's pretty good too. I can see that the flash worked nicely. Right here for this one, you're pointing the photo down. What I would do is I would have lowered my level and got on her level and made sure that she's looking directly at the lens. On these ones, you did a nice job because you got down a little bit. Yeah, these are better. Yeah, fantastic. Same with these ones. And same with the dog. It's true for dogs too. You want to make sure you get on the dog's level too. Because what happens is when you're shooting down at things, the ground basically removed all of your depth of field. And now this is all green, versus if you would have gotten down on the dog's level, you would have been able to maintain the separation of the background and stuff. It's little stuff, you know, it's just little stuff. Look at her face, dude. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, good stuff. It was 10%, which seemed to be the lowest. Using 10. Oh yeah, that one works off of 10%, not numbers. Yeah, 10% is the lowest. Yeah, I'd probably bump it up to like 30, 40. Yeah, you got to play with it. You got to play with it. Thank you for being, of course. Of course. I'm never mean to people. I'm never mean to people on purpose. You know what I mean? Never mean to people on purpose. I'm only mean to people. You know what I do, Julia? I match people's energy. Let's see. Plain Spotter Boy. Tamron 50-400, f4 or Sigma. Either. Either's fine. It's all constructive. I try to be, but I do match people's energy. If people are giving me you know, some sort of energy, I'm throwing it right back at them. I have an APS-C camera. Yeah, any of those lenses will be fine, man. They're almost identical. I match energy unless you're stupid. Yeah. In my comments section, I definitely match people's energy. I've been making videos that are pretty direct lately on TikTok, YouTube, where all I do is I say the Canon R6V is better than the FX3, which is a ridiculous statement, right? It's a ridiculous statement, like outright, but it's doing exactly what I intended it to do, right? It's getting people like boiling hot mad, you know, and upset. I'm posting it across Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and people are just eating it up, you know what I mean? New to photography and videography, good beginner all around camera for content product work. Canon R50V, dude. That's the Graves Tech. Thanks for joining, Graves Tech. Canon R50V, that's my most recommended camera. Graves Tech, I do have everything linked in my bio. I have an entire gear list there if you're interested in the cameras, lenses, lights, filters, accessories that I recommend. Everything is linked in my link in bio under my Amazon page. You can see literally everything that I own right on that page. And if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, what was I saying about the social media thing? Yeah, the social media thing with the boss. My play is they have an event coming up in late September. So my hope is that it goes well, it performs well, and they need more social media needs. And I'm able to, like, I already have literally 2 feet in the door with them, right? Because their dad, the owner of the charity, is my boss. And I've worked with the daughter, so I'm already on the payroll, but I'm hoping that I can add a couple extra zeros to my paycheck, you know? Ronan's studio, have you played around with the V? I have at the store. The V1 is probably my most recommended point and shoot from Canon. Yeah, very cool. Thoughts on the R100? The R100 is the worst camera of all time. Yeah, the R100 is pretty awful. And I have it right here, actually. I don't know. Can you guys see? Are you on TikTok? You can see it. Let's see. This is the R100 right here. It's going to live there forever, probably. I might make a video about it tomorrow. It's a top-down camera that I use. So it works for this. You know, pretty legit as a top-down camera. Actually not a bad angle right there. Pizza, thank you for the follow, Pizza. Whoops. Let's move that back. There we go. It's a little too full. Right there, should be good. Appreciate you, brother. You're welcome, brother. Why the hate? The hate is well deserved. The Canon R100 is overpriced. It doesn't have any features that are desirable. It's also closely priced to the R50, so a much better buy that I tell people to do is to just save up a couple more dollars and buy the R50, which is far, far superior, brother, than the R100. The R100 is just a piece of shit. It's just a piece of shit camera. It's literally for like 12-year-olds and 75-year-old grandmas that want to take pictures of their grandkids. Great grandkids, maybe. It needs to be about $250. It needs to be like $300 max. Is the R100 sold at Walmart? I don't know. Probably, actually. Probably Target, Walmart, those kind of things. Real men own Sony 6700. I don't think a real man would own just a crop sensor camera. It's Samir Cinematics. I'm new to cameras. Any tips for the 67 user? No, use it every day, man. Just use it every voice of a dying giant. No, the 67 is great. I like the 6700. It's a shame that the 6700 doesn't have dual SD cards, but it's a legit camera. So the V1 is at like f2.8 at almost 16 millimeters wide. Try mounting it on your R6V with the 50 millimeter using a magic arm and gimbal. You get both perspective at the same time. It's pretty cool. I mean, it sounds all right. See, whoever said that stupid 67 comment is the kind of person who should be mean to. They need to be bullied. Yeah, the comment was the comment was, I'll read it back to you, from Samir Cinematics. Real men own a Sony 6700. That's not even like a flex, dude. Like, what are you shit. I don't think he realizes that that's not the flex that he thinks it is, you know? Like bring back bullying, he says. I may have a small sensor, but I got a big B. What's a B? What are you filming on? On TikTok, I'm filming on a Canon R8, a full frame sensor, or like a real camera, like a real man. Samir, Samir, are you on horizontal or vertical? Is the R100 sold at Walmart? Here we go. Real men put a sausage camo on their G Master and carry the body with the sausage camo? What's sausage camo? Yeah, it's all right, man. We like to have fun. We like to have fun. Yeah, right. Somebody, his girl left him for someone with a full frame camera, and now he's at the gym. Like, god damn it! Never gonna let that happen to me, right? Right. She left me for a guy with an FX3. Right. Oh man, that is too funny. That is too funny. That's why you can never trust them. You can never trust them, Samir. That is too funny, dude. I'm about an hour in. I'm gonna do 2 hours today, so I got another hour, and then after that I'm going to get some dinner, and then I'll be back to do some gaming on my gaming channel. Gonna play GTA 5. I haven't played all week. I've been busy. I gotta get some. I do have to get some other work done though. Maybe I might do that. No, I'll do that tomorrow. But I'll game tonight. Get some gaming done. What are you getting for dinner? I have some pork chops. I got some pork chops and I'm cooking some rice right now. I have a rice cooker. Just throw in 3 cups of rice with salt and butter and then let that cook in a rice cooker. And then I got some pork chops that I'll cook on the on a skillet with some olive oil, salt, pepper, and beans. Black beans and rice. So for photography, the A7 IV or the A7 V? Pizza, I always tell people to buy the nicest camera they can afford. If you can afford the A7 V, I would definitely get the A7 V. Low light sucks on the 67, but nothing noting noise reduction can fix it in dynamic range. Yeah, I mean, the 67, I don't think it sucks in low light. I think most crop sensor cameras are going to struggle in low light. That's just physics, dude. You know, that's why they have more expensive full frame cameras. But any crop sensor camera is going to struggle in low light. That's just the nature of the sensor. It's just smaller. Should I buy the 1770 for my R10 from Tamron? Fuck yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Have you used the new Canon filters in the newer cameras like the R6V or the R50V? I don't really use like the Canon like built-in filters or whatever at all. Yeah, I don't use them at all. Andrew, did you happen to see the new Black Myth Wukong game or the Black Myth game? Zhang Kui or whatever? It looks really good, dude. It's in early development still. It looks really fire. It made me want to play the Black Myth Wukong again. Yo, so my site is actually doing something already. It's gonna make me eligible to get. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Check it out when I get home. The Black Myth Jean Kui. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. I know that you never played the original game, the Black Myth Wukong game. Totally worth a look, though, dude. If you, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what kind of games you're into, man. So I do have to mention that. I don't know exactly because you have a specific kind of game that you like. I don't know if you'd be into the Black Myth stuff. Yeah, I don't know if you'd be into it, but this they did a really nice job. Share, copy, and let's send it over to. There's no DMs on YouTube, is there? I think I got you right here. Boom. Yeah, for those of you guys that don't that create content, wherever you are, feel free to share it with me. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, send it my way so I can check it out. Always love supporting people that are creating content. GTA 6 knockoff for PC. What is a GTA 6 knockoff for PC? I'm into all games and I've always wanted the Black Myth, but I was waiting for it to discount. I have such a huge backlog. It's difficult. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, there is DMs. Is there? I'm posting long form videos tonight. I have been slacking. It's all good, man. I've been slacking on long form videos on my YouTube channel as well. I'm going to get back on the wagon today, though. I only play guitar riffs on my page. That's pretty dope, bro. That's pretty dope. But I mean, if you guys are making content and you guys want people to share, want somebody to share it with, send it my way, man. Always happy to take a look at your stuff. I've been creating content since COVID, so 6 years now. Grew my page on YouTube, on TikTok, and now I'm focusing on Instagram. Phantom Vice Auto. Yeah, I was gonna go to the movies, but I really need to focus on and lock the fuck in. Lock the fuck in, bro. Yeah, we all need to lock the fuck in, bro. I have a 6700. What lens do you recommend? I probably would like the Sigma 17-40 f1.8. That one's spectacular. What do you do, Seattle photographer PNW? What kind of photos do you take? Are you a professional photographer or do you just do it as a hobby? And what lens do you currently have? I'm gonna guess he does landscape. Seattle, I'm gonna guess portraits. I'm gonna guess portraits. I have no context. I'm not looking at your account or anything, so I'm just guessing. I'm a church photographer. Okay, event. I'd classify that as event photography. None of that is true. Yeah, we were just guessing Seattle. Relax, Seattle. Relax. We're just taking a guess. 6700. Dude, I would do the 17-40. What lens do you currently have? Pacific Northwest is what PNW stands for. I was trying to guess. Is that an airport up there? Pacific Northwest. Beautiful area, dude. Shit, if I lived in Seattle, I would definitely be taking some photos of the forest. Tamron 17-70. Well, what else do you need, dude? That one's pretty good. 17-70 2.8, right? That's a great lens, man. SeaTac Airport. Yeah, I was looking at the PNW, and normally when I see like 3-letter acronyms like that, I'm usually like attributing it to an airport, but I'm like Pacific Northwest. I don't think I've ever flown into Seattle. I don't think I've ever needed to go up there. Yeah, so what are you missing, Seattle photographer? 17-70 sounds fantastic, dude. Is it not fast enough for you? You need something a little bit faster? Or are you thinking about like a solid portrait lens? But when I mean solid, I mean like a fucking solid portrait lens. Not really a camera guy. I have the EOS R50. I want the most field of view of it without the fisheye look. The 10 to 18 Sigma. 10 to 18 Sigma. Who's that? Conrad? Yeah, Conrad V. 10 to 18 Sigma lens. I have it linked in my link in bio. Conrad. This is one of my favorite lenses. The Sigma 10 to 18. This guy right here. It's a little expensive, but it's totally fucking worth it, dude. Yeah, Sigma 10 to 18 f2.8 RF. Really, really nice. Solid one for like weedings and stuff. I mean, the 17 to 70 solid. 17 to 70 solid. That's your versatility lens. You already have that, you know what I mean? So unless you want like a dedicated prime or you want something significantly faster, I would do the 17 to 40 f1.8. I prefer being on YouTube, but I hate how sometimes it rewinds me. I was listening to you for like 4 minutes ago somehow. Yo, did you check out the 90? No, I didn't. Dude, their lenses are insane. I film stuff in my room and outside, and I just want some more view. Yeah, 10 to 18. That would be this one, dude. 10 to 18. That's what I'd recommend, bro. I have the Sigma 25 to 70 2.8. That's nice too. ZVE 10 Viltrox 56 and 25 millimeter, good as beginner for hybrid work and food photography. Yeah, 25 on the crop sensor is a little tight. But it's a good start, dude. Holloman. 24 to 70. I kind of figured you'd say you meant that. TT Artisan. Let me look that up. You mentioned it to me earlier, but I wasn't available to. They look, I mean, there's a reason why they're so cheap, right? $100 is like nothing for a lens. I was planning to go with the Sony FE 135. I mean, 135, bro, that's nuts. What's 135 times 1.5? 135 times 1.5. That's a 200 millimeter lens, bro. That's wild. Yeah, that's a crazy focal length for a wedding. I don't know, for wedding, whenever I've done weddings, dude, I've always taken my zoom lenses just because of versatility. You know, and then when I'm doing like a dedicated portrait session, I use like an 85 millimeter. Like if I'm getting all of the family members and I'm doing portraits. First, whenever I do weddings, I'm using two cameras. Both of for the majority of the day, like 80% of the day, I'm using the two cameras with two zoom lenses at different focal lengths, whether that be the 28 to 70 f2 or the 70 to 200 on one body and then the second body another lens. And then whenever I'm getting the family together and I'm doing portraits, then I swap out one of the lenses for a prime lens, and then I do dedicated portrait lenses. But a 135 on a crop sensor camera is like 200 millimeters. That's like a crazy focal length for any purpose. So I mean, it would be like, you'd have to be like literally on the other side of the church to get people. You know what I mean? I was planning for the Sigma 10 to 18. Do I need an adapter? No, they have an RF version, Conrad. The link that I have in my bio, I have it, the RF version there. So just make sure to get the RF. Of course, but they are autofocus. 99 for an is autofocus. You can't beat that. And for some people, that's great. Yeah, 100%. 100%. What do you think about the eMeet C60? I don't think much about it, dude. I have the eMeet C60 with the dual SD card. I mean, they need some adjusting. They come with an app, so they do need some adjusting. But I've used them before. I have one right here, actually. I still haven't done this video. eMeet sent me this camera. They're like, what's it called? They're wireless. This is a wireless webcam, you guys. I don't think I've ever seen a wireless webcam, but I still haven't even opened this. I think the eMeet C60 is like 60 bucks, dude. It's like so cheap. Shush, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. R50 or 63? What should I buy as my first? R50 for sure. Just to have some shots in ceremony. The latency on that thing will be wild. Yeah, I have no idea. There's supposed to be like very little latency. It's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know if I'd ever use a wireless camera. Like, what the fuck is that for? You know what I mean? Like, that's more like it. I would do like a Sony 50mm or a 50 or an 85 for sure. You just got to keep in mind the crop factor, bro. Because the 50mm at 1.5 is 75mm. That's a nice portrait lens. That's a pretty nice, decent portrait lens on a crop sensor. So yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I think it's easy to forget that on a crop sensor camera, you need to account for the crop factor. Like that's just it's a common thing that you have to do. Yo, I know how you feel about those lenses. They're not for us, but for some of the people who come in here asking for questions on a budget, I would definitely tell them to get that. The thing is that I've never tried them. But I hear your point. I need to see, these are so cheap and inexpensive that I would definitely buy one, you know. $89 for a 50mm f1.8. I don't have any use for it, but I would definitely give it a whirl. And also, when I buy stuff, I like to make content on it. So like my purchases are, when I make purchases, I base them off of a YouTube video that I could potentially make. But I hear your point though. And what body other than Sony? You should get another Sony camera. 67 if you're serious. I mean, if you're just getting started, Seattle photographer PNW, the 67 is great, dude. Like, you're fine there. If you're thinking about a second body with that, I'd probably try a full frame camera like the A7 IV, but that's for later on. You know, if you're just getting started, the 67 is fantastic. That's one thing I hate about crop sensor cameras. I don't want to have to account for my lens being a different focal length. Like, what the shit is that? Yeah, it's easy to forget, dude. It's easy to forget, but it's just what it is. Mason Foley, what's up, Mason? What's your best advice finding freelance gigs? I have a full-time job already, but want to earn more. Social media, Mason. Have a good social media presence and have a social media channel that is all about the type of photography that you're trying to get freelance work for. So that would be something that you can do that isn't going to really pay off immediately, but in as a twofer, you need to be asking the people that you already know if they know anybody that has any kind of photography needs. And then I would start networking and getting better at your craft. I'm assuming that you're relatively newer, and improve that skill. And then It's not a get rich quick scheme. So I'm talking about like tonight or tomorrow, talk to all of the people that you know, literally like your mom, your dad, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your grandpa, your grandma, everybody that you know, your coworkers. Be like, hey, I'm doing photography, kind of getting started on this. Do you guys know anybody that might need any photography needs? Here's my social media account. If you know anybody, send them to my page. You know what I mean? So both of those things work hand in hand, and then they'll eventually line up. But you need to have like a social media, you need somewhere to send them to that has your work of the type of work that you're trying to do. So that's probably the best advice that I could give somebody that is getting started. It took a sick picture today on my phone. I want your opinion on it. I'm not doing photo reviews, BB Yoda. It's just been a year since I started taking pictures, but for some reason my spending is skyrocketing. Yeah, you need to spend time making money. Yeah, for sure. I'd probably be looking at like, you have a decent lens to get to do some nice wedding stuff. The 17-70 is no slouch, dude. The APS-C family. Should I get the Canon RF 50 1.8, Canon f1.4, or just save up for the L24-70? The nifty 50, the RF 1.8, that's a no-brainer. That's like a $200 lens. Everybody should own that. So I would do that. And then I would probably see if you like it, if you like that focal length. What camera do you have, APS-C family? Which one has beautiful video, Canon or Sony? Both of them. Appreciate you. I do creative video, so I'm looking to do more video, YouTube editing, but thanks. Yeah, same thing. Same thing applies, dude. You got to let everybody know what it is that you're trying to do. Because nobody knows what you do if you don't tell them. But the same thing applies if you're doing like freelance work. You got to get out there, dude. You got to tell people that you exist. And you got to have a place to send people to. Because what are they going to ask is like, oh, do you have a portfolio? Do you have a portfolio? I guess I can ask you, Mason Foley. If you do, you need to be telling everybody. You need to be telling the world what you do, and then you need to be sending them somewhere. Do you have a YouTube channel right now? I'll take a look at your YouTube channel. Been using the Tamron 70-180 over a year for sports now. Would you recommend the G Master? Not really. The G Master is nice, but I mean, if you already like the 70-180, there's no reason to upgrade, in my opinion. Unless you're a professional photographer, I don't really see the benefit. Is it a better lens? Is it better optics? Is it better everything? Yes, but also have the 30 1.4 and the 70, just the R10 for now. R10 is sick, dude. I don't think you need a lens, dude. I think you're good. The R10 is fantastic. I like the R10 at least. What camera do you usually use? I use a bunch of different cameras. Lately, I've been using the R6 Mark III, the R6V, and the C50. I have an Instagram if you want to check it out. It's Mason Foley. I'm not a beginner by any means. You're not a beginner by any means? Is that channel about your work that you do? It says your stuff is private. You have a private account? Mason Foley? Mason Foley 4. Control copy. Let's see. Yeah, it looks legit, dude. Fuck yeah. Yeah, so if you have this to send to people, you're on the right path. How much freelance work do you have already? And do you want to continue doing like sports stuff? Are you going to school for this? Yeah, this is all legit. Yeah, you're doing it already, man. Zero freelance work. Yeah, you just got to get out there more. You got to get out there more, and you got to make videos about yourself and telling people about the kind of work that you do. So I would point the camera at myself and let people know what you do. Yeah, this is all legit, dude. What camera do you have? I'm starting out with an A6600D. Good. It's all right. A very beginner camera. The performance on the G Master is outstanding. The F on the half press is silky smooth. Bet appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, for sure, bro. I have the A7 III. Should I upgrade my body instead of getting a G Master then? I would probably get a new camera. I mean, what are you doing right now? Like, what are your needs for a new camera? Sony FX3. I'm the assistant director of creative video at Cincy, so we have a ton of gear to use. Yeah, but I mean, would you be able to use that gear for freelance work? But if you own the FX3, yeah, the only thing that you need to do for freelance work, bro, is just tell people about yourself. Like, be vocal, promote yourself, and you have access to all of this type of stuff. So the thing is that when it comes to this kind of editing, the sports kind of editing, like, you need those. If this is the kind of work that you want to do, then you have a great portfolio. But if you want to be doing people's YouTube videos, then you need to be editing YouTube videos, right? Do you have a YouTube channel? If you don't, you should. Only A7 III for personal. Okay, well, how would the school feel if you're using your camera? Also, it sounds like you wanted to do video work for freelance and you also wanted to do editing. So do you want to do both? ZVE1 or Nikon ZR? I would do probably the Nikon ZR. If you had a professional camera, would you still keep your beginner camera? Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, and you got to define the kind of work that you want to do, Mason. That's about it, man. Just define the kind of work that... It sounds like you're at the very beginning of your career, so you got a lot of questions. My bad, I sent it again. All good. All good. A lot of questions is good, though, man. That's how we all start. Getting a little bit of clarity, sitting down and figuring it out. But just generally speaking, for you to get freelance work, you need to tell people about it. So a question that I could throw back at you is like, how many people know what it is that you do in terms of your freelance work? I'm just vlogging and shooting for content. Okay, that's dope. I mean, the ZVE1 is really easy to use too. So the ZVE1 is pretty dope as well. If you're looking for something that's like, the ZVE1 is what, like $2,000, I think? The ZVE1 is pretty expensive. And the ZV1 sensor is really nice too. Holy shit, it's $2,500? Holy fuck. That's expensive, dude. I didn't realize it was $2,500. Fuck. That's high. Appreciate your help. Great advice that I will use to try to get more clients. Yeah, start a YouTube channel as well, dude. You're young, man. You got so much fucking time, dude. Chill out. You'll be fine. It'll all come to you. Start reading books. I'm assuming what year are you? Are you a senior? Just graduated, but I'm 22. What was your degree in? I hope it was something to do with video creation. I was thinking on getting the Sony A7C II. People say it's a good camera. What are your thoughts? Hell yeah, dude. A7C II is legit. Media production and perfect, bro. You're already in the space, man. What about getting a job doing this? Do you have a job already doing this? You said you wanted to do some freelance already on the side. Yeah, I would be in the building phase, bro. Just building. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I'm the assistant director of creative video. Yeah, so just keep chugging along, dude. Keep chugging along, and you're in the building phase, so just continue to build all of these verticals. I mean, like Instagram, YouTube channel, and start doing all of this work for yourself, and then start telling people you're gonna fucking kill it, bro. You're gonna kill it. 4K 120 showcase mode. For Cincinnati. Yeah, dude, you're gonna fucking kill it, man. If I could go back to being 22 years old, fuck, dude. I bet everybody says that, though. If I could go back to being 22 years old and knowing what I know now, I'd be a fucking problem. BXina, what's up, buddy? Mason Foley, thank you for the follow, Mason. Appreciate you. Ernesto, I just bought the R6V. Nice. I already have an R6 Mark II. Do you think the great combo for my new company? Hell yeah, dude. R6V for video, R6 Mark II for photo. You're set, dude. Appreciate the help. I got you, man. Thanks for stopping in. You're gonna kill it, bro. I'm telling you. The R6V, broski, if you just got this is probably the best video camera that you can get for $2,500, dude. This camera is fucking unstoppable. You already got the R6 Mark II photo video combo, 1-2 punch, bam bam. All you need. I did not realize that the ZVE1 was this expensive. Holy shit. $2,500. Any thoughts about the R8, sir? I'm using the R8 right now. This camera right here. This is the R8. I love the R8. If you're thinking about buying it now, though, I would probably wait. I think there might be an announcement here in September for the R8 Mark II. Whether you want to buy the R8 Mark II or not is besides the point, because when the new camera comes out, the old one drops in price. So you might be able to get a good deal. I'm thinking to get the Lumix S5 II. Sick, bro. Lumix S5 II is nice. I got the R8 last June. Nice. What lens do you have? Cyrex Studio, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. By the way, if you guys are following over on TikTok, make sure to subscribe over on YouTube and follow me on Instagram as well. This next couple of months, I'm going to be working on growing my Instagram channel and working more with brands. So this weekend I'm working on some videos for Newer and Feel World. And then I have some products from Zhiyun coming in, but I don't think they'll be coming in this week. And then Insta360 is another, that doesn't come until Monday though, so I might not be able to get that video. But I'm working on growing my Instagram for to post more branded content on. And then YouTube. Of course, follow on YouTube if you guys have the opportunity to do so. Really appreciate the support, y'all. Hi, bro. What's better, the Fujifilm X100V or the Sony 67? I'm new to cameras. Two very different cameras for two very different purposes, broski. The X100V is a fixed focal length, the Fuji camera. It's a monster photo camera, not so much video camera. 6700 is a interchangeable lens crop sensor camera from Sony. Two very, very different cameras for very different purposes. Just the 50mm STM, only still saving for the 24-70. Nice. 50mm on the R8 is pretty decent, bro. What do you think about the Hasselblad cameras? Hasselblad are like the Bugattis of the camera world. They're nice, but they're just crazy expensive. Kind of like Leicas. I would say Hasselblad is like a Bugatti, and then a Leica is like a limited edition Lamborghini. Or a limited edition Ferrari, you know? Incredibly expensive. I want to do landscape pictures, street photography later on wedding photos. I'd probably get the 6700. Get something with an interchangeable lens. Is my setup good? I don't know. You tell me. Do you own that setup, Erdy? Lumix G95 with a 25 full frame equivalent on a DJI RS3. Okay, thank you so much, broski. You're welcome, brother. Erdy, you tell me, man. Is your setup good? YM23100, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. My uncle got the X2D medium format mirrorless camera. Yeah, that's expensive, dude. That's crazy. It does 4K 30 FPS. Okay, cool. I'll go follow you on YT and IG. Appreciate you. YM23100. Braden, what's up, broski? How you darn? How you darn? All right, y'all. My 2 hours is almost up. I got about 10 more minutes, then I gotta go make some dinner. I'll be back later on tonight, playing on my gaming channel. Gaming channel is how to start a gaming channel across all platforms. We're gonna be doing some Grand Theft Auto 5 and hanging out. If you guys are interested in watching some gameplay, feel free to follow over there as well. I'm good, Braden. I'm good. What's the channel? My gaming channel is how to start a gaming channel. Done on YT. Jonathan Bartrow. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Hey, bro. Brother. Currently have a 6D and thinking of getting a Fujifilm XD3 or XD4. Not sure, though. That's dope. And follow it on Insta. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I appreciate the follow. I appreciate all the support, man. Appreciate all of the support. We're trying to grow this thing, man. Trying to grow this thing one follower at a time, one subscriber at a time. We're getting there. Just got a 67 with a 35mm and a 56 for 1100 for Marketplace. Kind of a steal. Yeah, that's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. The 56, is that the 56 and the 35? Is that from Sigma? Yeah, that's good. Edel Veritas. Is that your name? Edel Veritas? Veritatis? Edel Veritatis? Yeah, what kind of photography do you do? I always tell people to buy the best camera that they can afford, man. Buy the best camera that you can afford that isn't going to put you in debt. You'll never regret buying the better camera. If you can afford it, that is. All right, y'all. That's it for me. My 2 hours is up. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you haven't followed already, please consider doing so. I'll be back in about an hour or so. Yeah, it's Latin. I do mostly my own thing. I like to make videos and travel. I mean, for videos, I never really think of Fujifilm for videos, truthfully. I think that their autofocus is a little problematic. Any recommendations on finding non-copyrighted music for a wedding video? Not really. I would just do a Google search to see if you can find anything that doesn't have copyright music. I mean, are you going to be selling this? Because if you're just going to give it to a client, and where they're gonna put it, you know what I mean? Like, where are they showcasing it? Are they hosting it somewhere? Have a nice dinner. Yeah, if it's just for a friend, like, you know, are they gonna put it on a billboard in New York City? You know what I mean? Are they gonna play it like in a theater? You know what I mean? Like, if it's just a whatever, I would just use the song that you want. Now, if you're like a professional photographer, then professional photographers usually have licensing, but if you're just making a video for a friend, like, just use whatever song you want. That's what I would do. All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll be back later on my gaming channel. Have a good one. Adios.